perhaps in the first half didn't quite click, and I just wondered, do you put any of that down to the 24-day gap you've had between games?
No, I don't think it's the gap. I think there's bits in the first half we can certainly be better at. I think going a goal down obviously makes it a little bit more difficult. I have to say the goal itself, Lenny Yoro gets a forearm smash in the back of his head. I think it's worth looking again if you haven't seen that. Which I don't know if you're getting the sending off for what we're getting the sending off for. I don't know how that doesn't get overturned as a goal. It's a clear forearm smash on the side of his head. So that first goal shouldn't stand. It puts us in a situation a little bit more difficult. And then it kind of rolled a little bit from there, and we didn't quite get the grips with it at certain points. And then the way we bounced back second half, I was really pleased with the reaction in a tough situation, and nearly got something from the game.
So you say the Sandro Martinez red card was one of the worst decisions you've seen, and could you just expand on that a little bit more? And I just wondered, do you feel held for the referee when he's asked by VAR to then go review it when he didn't see that it called?
No, because you still can, if he sees it, we've seen it before, and go to the screen and say, oh, actually it's not. So the arm in the face of Lisandro to start with, he gets an arm in the face, so he's kind of off balance and they're kind of off grappling. He almost just goes to touch him and grab his shirt, and he ends up catching his ear and touches the back of his ear, and the bobble comes out, and you get a red card for it. It's not aggressive, there's no jolt, there's no tug, there's no sudden movement. He kind of touches it and glances through it, and just got to be careful where the game's going if we give him red cards for that. But then you can do two arms in the face, the red card, and the first goal, and that's deemed all right. So it's a shocking decision, absolutely shocking decision.
Michael, after the Bournemouth game, when you had similarly two controversial incidents with penalties, the club submitted an official complaint to the PGMOL. Are you getting increasingly concerned about some of the decisions your team are facing this season?
Yeah, I don't want to go into too much about other decisions. I think it's just about tonight for that one. That two decisions for me. You know, the first one, if you overturn it, you're looking at a goal. It's a massive moment to be. He's leant with his arm. It's not even. He's leant forward and kind of gone like that in Lenny's head. So I don't know how you don't look at it to see that. And but the red card, I mean, that's I have to say that's really concerning if that's going to be a sending off. I know he touched his hair. You can't deny he touched his hair. There's a difference between touching somebody the way he has and brushed his hair to actually really aggressively tugging on it, which certainly we've seen at certain points where there's a real kind of emphasis to. It's really concerning, I have to say.
Because that'll be classed as bad conduct.
That's my problem, exactly, yeah.
Sam?
Michael, obviously a frustrating night, but the upshot is that Martinez won't be at play on Saturday unless you appeal and get it overturned. And there's potential for Harry not being able to play on Saturday as well. How much is that going to affect you in what has turned into a pretty important game now?
Yeah, it's an important game. I think when the dust settles from tonight, I think we're in a decent position. You know, we've got a lot to play for, so we'll make the most of it. If whatever players are available after this, hopefully Leach is still available. I think certainly that he should be after that. But we'll see. You know, that's why we've got a squad. We've got players that we can call upon, and we'll go there and look forward to the game.
Samuel?
Just on the Martinez record, would you appeal that?
I'm going to have to obviously discuss it, but I think it's a bad decision, so we'll have to see.
And then just on a separate note, with Manuel Ugarte, I know you've got limited options in midfield, but unfortunately that's 10 starts this season, 1 win, there's been 6 defeats. Sound like some of the supporters were becoming impatient within the first. I mean, is that a big concern for you, his form in general?
No. I think when he's played since I've been here, whatever's gone on before has gone on before. It's not for me to comment about that one, but since I've came, when he's played and he's came on and he's been fine. I think tonight was a tough game, not just for Manu. I think it was just one of those games where it was a tough night. I actually thought, especially when we went down to 10 men, he's really important, and he done a lot of covering for other players to be able to attack. So actually I thought he done well, especially as the longer the game went on.
Go Pete, and then last question for Rob.
Hi Michael. Did you see enough in the second half in that response, especially after going down to 10 men, to take forward into what is going to be a crucial period for the club with you going forward?
Yeah, but I have to say, whatever happened tonight, it's not going to suddenly change my opinion on what we are as a team. We've built enough of a foundation to kind of understand what we're good at, what we need to improve at. And moving forward, the end of the season, the games are going to be the games, and it's a big end to the season. There's no getting away from it. So, the kind of the mentality and the character and the boys wanting to do well and trying to give everything, that I've never doubted that, and I won't doubt that. I think from what I've seen every day and for the games, it's there. We can certainly improve at certain things. So I'm not saying that, but the boys are desperate to do well and desperate to improve, and we've done a lot of good things so far. We need to do more of that for sure.
Just one on the mood in the dressing room. Are the players themselves able to take the positives from their response? Because obviously 2-0 down with a man down, it's quite a difficult situation, but they're probably the better team really for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I thought we were. I thought it was a really good reaction. We spoke about at half time about staying positive and how the game can change and what we were capable of doing. So I was really pleased with the boys, the way they did that. It's a little bit down and disappointing because of the result. That's natural, you know. It's an important game, and any game that we lose, we don't want to lose. So if it was any other reaction from them, then you'd be a little bit concerned. So there's that for sure, but it won't dampen the confidence or the belief moving forward.
Thanks a lot.
All right, cheers guys. Top.